She smiled at everyone she met, whether they were strangers passing on the sidewalk or cashiers at the grocery store. Her name was Emma, and in the small town of Willow Creek, people knew her as the woman who could brighten the darkest day with nothing more than a warm smile and a kind word. Emma worked as a volunteer at the local community center. Every morning she greeted children with cheerful waves, helped elderly neighbors carry groceries, and baked fresh bread for families who couldn't afford much. Her kindness seemed endless. Whenever someone asked why she always smiled, she simply replied, "You never know who needs hope today." People admired her. Parents trusted her. Children adored her. Even the grumpiest people in town found themselves smiling back. But then something strange began to happen. It started with Mr. Harris, an elderly widower who lived alone. Emma visited him every Friday with homemade soup and stayed to listen to his stories. One Friday, she smiled as always and promised to return the following week. When she came back, his house was empty. The neighbors said he had moved away overnight. Emma frowned. That didn't sound like him. He had often said he would never leave the home he had shared with his late wife. Still, she convinced herself there had to be an explanation. A week later, Lily, a shy teenage girl Emma had been mentoring, stopped showing up at the community center. Her phone was disconnected. Her family had vanished too. They moved, people whispered. Again, no goodbye. Again, no warning. Emma's cheerful smile began to hide growing concern. Over the next 2 months, more people disappeared. A lonely veteran. A young single father. An elderly teacher. A homeless musician Emma often shared meals with. Each person had one thing in common. Emma had spent time with them shortly before they vanished. The town grew nervous. Rumors spread faster than facts. Some believed people were secretly leaving for better lives. Others whispered darker theories. One evening, Emma overheard 2 women talking outside a bakery. "Have you noticed?" one whispered. "They all talked to Emma before disappearing." "I know. It's probably just a coincidence. But what if it isn't?" Emma's heart sank. For the first time in years, she walked home without smiling. She couldn't sleep that night. She replayed every conversation she'd had with the missing people. Had she said something wrong? Had she unknowingly encouraged them to leave? The following morning, she decided to investigate. She visited Mr. Harris's abandoned house. Everything remained exactly where it had always been. His favorite reading glasses rested on the table. His unfinished crossword puzzle still lay beside his chair. No one preparing to move would leave everything behind. Emma felt chills run through her body. She continued searching. At Lily's house, unopened mail filled the mailbox. The garden was drying out. It looked as though the family had vanished in the middle of an ordinary day. Emma reported everything to the local sheriff. He listened patiently but admitted there wasn't enough evidence. "People are free to leave," he said gently. "But without taking anything?" Emma asked. He had no answer. Days passed. The disappearances continued. People slowly stopped smiling back at Emma. Parents pulled their children closer whenever she walked by. Friends crossed the street to avoid her. The woman who had spent years spreading kindness suddenly found herself completely alone. It hurt more than she expected. Still, she refused to become bitter. She continued volunteering, even when almost no one came. She still left food on lonely doorsteps. She still watered neglected gardens. She still smiled. Not because life was easy, but because she believed kindness should never depend on how others treated you. One rainy evening, Emma noticed a frightened little boy sitting alone at the bus station. He couldn't have been older than 8. His clothes were soaked. His eyes were full of fear. Emma approached carefully. "Are you okay?" The boy hesitated before nodding. "My mom disappeared." Emma knelt beside him. "What's your name?" "Oliver." She offered him her umbrella and a warm sandwich from her bag. As they sat together, Oliver quietly revealed something no one else knew. "The people didn't disappear because of you." Emma stared at him. "What do you mean?" "My mom found a secret place." "What secret place?" Oliver pointed toward the old forest outside town. "They're hiding there." Emma's heartbeat quickened. Hiding? The company wanted to buy everyone's houses. They scared people into selling. The people who refused were threatened. So they left together until they could expose everything. Emma listened in disbelief. Oliver explained that several families had secretly gathered evidence against a powerful corporation trying to force residents out of Willow Creek. To protect one another, they had disappeared voluntarily. Only a handful of people knew. Emma had unknowingly become their final visitor before each family quietly left. She wasn't the cause. She was simply the last person they wanted to remember before stepping into uncertainty. The next morning, Emma and the sheriff followed Oliver into the forest. Hidden among the trees stood dozens of temporary cabins. The missing residents stepped outside one by one. Mr. Harris smiled warmly. Lily ran toward Emma and hugged her tightly. "We're so sorry," Lily said. "We wanted to tell you. But the fewer people who knew, the safer everyone was," Mr. Harris added. The residents revealed documents proving the corporation had forged contracts, bribed officials, and intimidated homeowners. Within weeks, investigators uncovered the truth. The corrupt executives were arrested. The town's residents safely returned home. The rumors disappeared just as quickly as they had appeared. Neighbors who had once avoided Emma now apologized with tears in their eyes. "We judged you," one woman admitted. "We forgot who you really were." Emma simply smiled. "I understand." Fear makes people believe the worst. Life slowly returned to normal. Children once again raced toward her at the community center. Mr. Harris resumed his Friday soup visits. Lily graduated from school and later became a social worker, inspired by Emma's compassion. People often asked why Emma had continued smiling even when the whole town suspected her. She always gave the same answer. Kindness isn't tested when everyone loves you. It's tested when people misunderstand you, doubt you, or turn away from you. If we stop being kind because life becomes unfair, then our kindness was never real to begin with. From that day forward, the people of Willow Creek remembered an important lesson. A smile can hide pain. Rumors can hide the truth. But genuine kindness has a way of surviving both. And whenever someone in town needed hope, they knew exactly where to find it. In the warm smile of a woman who never stopped believing that compassion would always outlast fear.